can be compressed to a very high extent. Like the LPG cylinders at your home. The LPG cylinders at your home, the gases is compressed to a very high extent that it has that much of cooking gas. It has that much of LPG that you can use your cylinder for 2 to 2.5 months easily. 2 months you can use your gas cylinders easily at home if you are daily cooking meals, and that too 3 times a day. So if you are daily cooking meals 3 times a day, still you can use the particular that medium size cylinders for a 2 months minimum. Why? Because gas is compressed at very high level and a good amount of gas is filled in it after compression. So rate of diffusion is higher. Again, what's the meaning? Rate of diffusion is higher because the interparticle space is so high, the particles are very easy to move. So particles are easy to move, hence they can be easily diffusible. Kinetic energy of particles is higher, I just told you, because they are free to move, hence their kinetic energy is also high. Example is in front of you, right? So next I told you these things, mass. So solids, liquids, gases all have a definite mass. You cannot change the mass. You cannot change a mass when you are working with a particular amount of substance. When you are working with a particular amount of substance, unless until you are changing any chemical reaction, their mass will not change. Their mass will, suppose you are taking the 5 gram of ice. 5 gram of ice converting into liquid will give you 5 gram of liquid. Now you will say, ma'am, how the liquid can be in grams? It is possible, okay? Unit conversions we are having. So 5 gram of solid will give you 5 gram of solid ice will give you 5 gram of liquid water. Understood? So mass will definite. Mass will always definite. Understood? Volume. So if I talk about volume, again, now you can close your eyes and tell me. So what about volume? Solid has definite volume. What about liquid? Again, definite volume, but gases do not have definite volume. It occupies the entire container in which you are putting it. So I told you in the yesterday class, if gas is a particular amount of gas is put in a small container, it will occupy the entire small container. The same amount of gas is put in a bigger jar, it will entirely occupy the bigger jar. The third one is shape. Okay, so I think all of us know this. The shape is definite only with the solids, but liquids and gases do not have definite shape. Do not have definite shape. So liquid take the shape of the container, but gases do not have any definite shape. If I talk about density, I told you what was density? Mass upon volume. So if I take a particular volume, if I take a particular area, so whose mass will be the most in that? Solid have the high density. Why? Because solid particles are so tightly packed. Solid particles are so tightly packed that in a particular area, they will be having the maximum atom. If I talk about the same volume, liquids are having a good space between them. So they have little less mass. Less atoms means less mass. And in that particular area, if I talk about gases particles are so far apart. Gases particles are so far apart that their density is very, very, very low. Their density is very, very, very low. Compressibility. Solids are incompressible, they can't be compressed. Liquids are very, very, very less compressible, and gases are highly compressible. Okay, rigidity, solids are highly rigid, like they don't want to change their shape, that is the rigidity. Flow, and if I talk about the liquids and gases, they are fluid, they can flow. Both gases and liquids flow. Now the free surface. Free surface means any number of free surface. Any surface which is in contact with environment, atmosphere, that is known as free surface in solids. So I can say solid mostly have all the 4 surfaces free, like whatever the number of surfaces it is having, so all the surface will be free. Liquid, if I talk about liquid, so liquid when gain its shape, liquid when if you want to give a shape to a liquid, you want to put it in some container. So that container which is holding a liquid minimum have 3 walls. So right now if there is a glass of water in front of you, you can see the liquid having the shape of minimum with the 3 walls. Minimum with the 3 walls. Ho sakta hai, maybe the upper surface will be the free surface if it is open. If it is open. Gases, no free surface. Why no free surface? Because no shape. No free surface. Why no free surface? Because no shape. Sanvit is asking me, based on which factors do interparticle force depend on? Interparticle force depend upon, there are so many factors on which interparticle force depend. like electron repulsion, nucleus repulsion, electron nucleus attraction, small sizes, bigger sizes, metal, non-metal, ionic sizes. So there are so many factors in which force of attraction occurs, and they are not on a one single zone. So you will learn different factors on which force of attraction is depending, right? So we'll cover this. You will cover this in higher class, not now. Ma'am, what is there in the gap between particles? What is there in the gap? There is nothing. There are known as simple voids. They are known as simple voids. Void means empty space. Simple voids, empty space. There is nothing between them. Good morning, Nirupama. Lasya, ma'am, will an object explode if it has no space for interparticle? Ma'am, will an object explode if it has no space for interparticles? I didn't understood. Space, whether it is solid, liquid, gas, interparticle spaces always be there. It can be very less or it can be very high, but interparticle spaces will always be there. It is not possible for any substance to have no interparticle space. Possible ही नहीं है. Okay. Next, we are having Arush. Ma'am, I have got a message like we have 2 weeks online classes from 27th April. Okay, yes, I also got to know that after 27th April, you are having some summer camp. So, from 27th, I guess, 24th till 24th, you are having these classes. KEC classes are till 24th. Please listen me very carefully and don't ask me the questions again and again. I am telling you right now only. Till 24th you are having these classes. 25th there will be your exam. There will be some exam of yours on 25th April. So you will soon, I don't have much information about it, that how they are going to conduct it and whatever. But I know 25th there will be your exam, and you will get information about it. So what will be your syllabus and what will be, how they are conducting it. And I think from 27th you are having summer camp. So those who are not registered with summer camp, they can do so, okay, as soon as possible. Rest is also a surprise for me. So as soon as I will got to know about the things, I will tell you, okay. So I think I clarified your doubts. From 27, I guess there is some sort of summer camp, okay. Ma'am means our summer holidays. Tejas, there is some summer camp, then summer holidays, okay. Very good, Dekshika. Dekshika, remember density, mass upon volume. Very good. Okay. How gas produce forces? Oh, this is very easy. See, gas produces forces. When gas produces forces, we also call it pressure sometimes. Sometimes what we call it pressure also. So when you have seen pressure cooker, right? Pressure cooker you have seen. So what is pressure cooker? When gas is produced from whatever you are cooking. When gas is produced or vapors are producing. What is vapors? Obviously gases. So vapors when producing, when you are cooking something. So what is happening? So when gases are heated, they are having a very high kinetic energy. Please understand this. Temperature increase the kinetic energy. Temperature increases the kinetic energy. So when kinetic energy is so much with the gases, they strike very hardly. Gases have very high kinetic energy. They strike on the walls very hardly. So when gas strikes on very hardly, you will feel a push. The walls of the container feel a push, and that is what you can say force, or we can say pressure. Okay, I hope you understood your concept. So I'll make a today's class light only because we are on weekend mode, right? So we'll have the light class today. We'll try more to talk today. We'll try more to clarify your doubts today. Is it offline or online, the summer camp? Kashvi, I don't know. It is offline or online. As soon as I'll got to know, I'll tell you. Okay. Ma'am, can we continue the class? Yes, Tanmay, we can continue the class. But let me have some doubts. Ma'am, is fire a liquid? No, fire is not a liquid. Fire is a sort of energy. Fire is a energy. Flame. Flame is just a color we can see here, right? So you can say it is air only. Okay. Fire is considered gas. Mokshit, same message daily. Why? So why you hate math so much? Ritvik, ma'am, what about summer camp? Summer camp online, offline, I don't know. But there is summer camp, online or offline, I don't know. Ma'am, how many free surface does liquid have if we close the container from all the directions? 0. But still there will be some space between the closed container and the layer of the water. So one free surface, I guess, will always be there. Ma'am, can you explain again the comparison characteristics of three states? Jaideep, we have already done this yesterday, but if you want it, yes, I can tell you again all these things. That mass will never change for anyone. Volume is definite for solid and liquid, but not for gases. Shape is only definite for solid, but not for liquid and gases because of the weak interparticle forces. Density is what? Mass upon volume. So at a particular volume, who's having the highest mass is solid, then liquid, and the lowest mass in a particular volume is at the gases. So gases has least density. Then if I talk about compressibility means if you can compress anything, so solid can't be compressible, hence they are incompressible. Liquids are slightly compressible, but that is negligible amount, because again the force of space, it depends upon interparticle space. But the interparticle space in gases is so high that you can compress this to very large extent. Now if I talk about rigidity, solids are highly rigid, but if I talk about liquid and gas, they have a flowing tendency, so they can flow, they are not rigid. Okay, free surfaces, solids have any free surface, liquid have one free surface, and gases have 0. So for free surface, you should have a shape. So first there should be shape to contain the free surface. If I talk about thermal expansion, thermal expansion means I am providing heat to expand, right? I am providing heat to expand. So solid can't expand very much. Solid have very less expansion. But gases, because gases can move freely, hence they can expand to any extent they want. Diffusion, I already told you, diffusion again depends upon the movement. So if I talk about the movement, diffusion means solid, because solid can't move, hence they do not diffuse. Okay, if I talk about here diffusion, liquids, if I talk about diffusion in liquids, so what happens here? Diffusion in liquid is low, as the same not that much low as solid, but diffusion in liquid is okay, but again it is what we can say selective. There is selective diffusion. Selective diffusion means milk and water is diffusing, but oil and water are not diffusing. So liquids are selective diffusion, and this selective diffusion come with the different factors like density, polarity, and all those things, which you will cover in higher classes. Okay, if I talk about gases mix very easily. Okay. Ma'am, what is there in the gap? I don't know the exact timing of how much long your summer camp will be, but maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Yes, online exam, Pranavi, there will be online exam on 25th. Next class, I don't know. Yes, surface area, it's free area. Very good, Shushvik. Sanvita, ma'am, can you explain the difference between mass and density? Mass is the weight. Mass is the weight of content. Whatever the body is containing, that is mass. But mass with respect to volume, mass with respect to that, see, suppose you are saying that, okay, entire body, whatever I am containing, like I am containing flesh, bones, my organs, blood and everything, whatever I am containing. So the entire mass, so you just weigh it and that is the mass. Weigh it and that is the mass. I am not talking about that minute difference between weight and mass. Let's only talk about just if when I am weighing all the substance inside me, so that is the mass. Now if you say particular area, like if you say particular volume का mass बताइए, so particular volume का mass will show the density. So mass with respect to volume is density, and if I talk about simply mass, mass is just weight of the content in the body, weight of the content in the body. So I guess Sanvita, I cleared your doubt. Gagandeep, are there atoms in fire, ma'am? Yes, there are. See what happened when fire is occurring. When fire is occurring, carbon particles are coming. Basically, if I talk about wax or if I talk about wood. So when I'm talking about wood, so carbon particles are going on CO2 or H2O. All these things comes out through combustion of wood. When wood undergoing combustion, combustion means wood is a substance of carbon. Wood is mainly carbon hydrogen substances. So when wood undergo combustion, combustion means burning in the presence of oxygen. So they are releasing out carbon and another CO2 and H2 and also as a substance they are releasing out. So when these type of substance they are releasing out, so obviously they have atoms, there are presence of atoms. Ma'am, what do we call the process of a gas transformed directly to solid? Gas transformed directly to solid is also known as what we can say, there is one more word, but we name it as sublimation also. Solid to gas sublimation, gas to solid sublimation. Okay. There is one some super karke, there is some word but that you will study in higher classes. But yes, right now both the process is known as sublimation. Both the process, like water to gas is boiling or evaporation, boiling mostly, but gas to water is condensation, right? But that is not so with solid to gas. Solid to gas condensation, gas to solid to gas sublimation, gas to solid again sublimation. Welcome, Yashwant. Okay. Ma'am, can you define mass, matter, density, mass, kinetic energy, volume? I have already done this so many of the times. Mass is the content of the body, weight of the body. Matter, you know. Okay, matter means anything like particles, substance. Any substance around you is named as matter. Anything around you is named as matter, which can occupy space and has mass. Density, mass with respect to volume is density. Okay. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means moving energy. Karthik, I am giving the answer of your question only. So please listen it. If I talk about kinetic energy, moving energy. If I tell you on the very basic level. So what is kinetic energy? Moving energy. Right? Volume you all know. Yashwant is saying video is blur and voice is breaking. But I can see on my gadget that everything is okay. Ma'am, holiday homework. You will be provided by holiday homework. Don't worry. Blood is in the veins. You cannot say that there will be a surface area. No, it will not be. Mokshit, try to study hard in maths so that you will be good in maths as well. Ma'am, if a solid object is placed on the surface, it will only have 3 free surface, no? And we always keep an object on the surface, right? Yes, you can say that. Correct, last. Is lava a liquid? Lava, you can say it is a molten substance. So molten substance, okay, yes, we can say it is a liquid. It has a flowing tendency. Hi, Naina. Sanvit, ma'am, can you repeat what is fusion? Fusion, तो I didn't told you. Fusion तो हम बोलते हैं melting को. Fusion we call to melting. Please don't confuse with the fusion and diffusion. These are two different words. Diffusion means self-intermixing. Fusion means melting. Fusion means melting. Diffusion means self-intermixing. Understood? Ma'am, do atoms present in outer space? Yes, everywhere. If there is a things around us, there will be atoms around us. Ma'am, what is deposition? Deposition, why you want to ask deposition here? Anything which settle down and deposit. For the exam, they will provide us with the syllabus. Yes, they will provide syllabus Sanmukhsai. And as well as whatever, how much we are covering in these classes in these 20 days, That is also you can consider as a exam syllabus. Yes, atoms are there in cloud. Cloud is of gas or liquid. Cloud is like mostly cloud is water droplets. You have covered all these things already, right? So when there will be a gases of vapor, hot gases of vapor, या hot water vapors, when they go towards the higher region, cooler region, where they are converted into water droplets. So first when evaporation is occurring, so basically water vapors from ocean or water bodies are going towards the cooler region, right? When they are going to the cooler region that is very high above from the earth's surface. So what is happening in the, what I can say, in the sky, basically what is happening, that water vapors are doing condensation. They are converting into very small droplets. So when the small droplets are collecting together, they are looking like you as a cloud. Okay. So all this you have covered in smaller classes only. Thermal expansion. Thermal expansion means you are providing heat and giving energy to the particles. Particles means atoms. So basically thermal means heat energy. So heat energy you are providing to the particles and increasing their energy. When their energy is increased, then what will happen? They will start moving faster because energy is increasing. That means kinetic energy will also increase. Kinetic energy increasing means moving energy is moving energy is increasing. So whenever thermal means heat. So whenever you are giving the heat energy to the matter, to the substance, to the particle, their kinetic energy increases. And when the kinetic energy increases, what will happen? They will start moving far apart. They will start moving far apart. That's why when ice gain the heat, that means ice gain the heat, it convert into liquid. What happened? Thermal expansion happened. The ice, the particles are very close to each other, and when they got the heat, they will get far apart. When they get far apart, they convert it from solid to liquid. Okay, that's the meaning of expansion. Okay, Nandana knows everything. Nandana is saying summer camp is from 27 to 8, from 8 to 11:30. Okay, thank you, Nandana. Ma'am, it's not ma'am, not I wrote mistake. When are you gonna say classification of matter? So we are studying classification of matter only. Right now it is physical classification and we have to start chemical classification. So let me see first your doubts are completed, then we will start chemical classification. So basically today's class I took as a revision class only. So what we have covered till now, I took a revision on it. Second, I thought to take doubts as much as possible because on the normal days, some doubts are already left. Some messages are already left because daily there are hundreds of messages. So if I kept reading the messages, so the entire class will waste, right? So daily we will cover the class, but today's there is Saturday and we are on weekend mode. So I thought to cover your doubts properly. Today we have an event today. I don't know about today's event. I don't think so. Thank you, Sridhara. Thank you. I don't think so. Next class is chemistry, Kashvi. I think today is only one class is of chemistry. Ma'am, a ball has no sides. So it has an infinite free surface, 1. Because all the 360 degrees same, so you can consider it 1. Ma'am, what type of matter is blood? What type of matter? Blood is liquid. Blood is liquid, but thickened liquid, like viscous liquid. It is not as liquidy as water. Ma'am, is there class tomorrow? No, tomorrow is Sunday. I also need some break. What is next period? Janvi, I seriously don't know about next period. Ma'am, does water expand when it is freezed? When water expand when it is freezed? No, it will not expand. Water do not expand. But yes, the particles inside it have a different structure while freezing. How many marks exam? I don't know. Right now I don't know about exam. Are atoms present in plants? Yes, atoms are present everywhere, Adya. Jaideep. Kinetic energy, moving body energy. Okay, Pranavi Singh, 12 days summer camp is there. Sai Pradeep, what will be teaching in the summer camp? Summer camp is all about enjoyment, right? So summer camp is all about enjoyment. Different what we say, curricular activities will be there. Vasavika, okay, Vasavika is saying there is event. Actually, students, what happens? Uh, my work is teaching, right? So it is possible that you might be having more information than me because I have to take different classes at different places. So I'm always busy. Every faculty is busy with teaching only, and management decide about the events and all these things. So management know better about this, and you also know better than us, right? Harshit, ma'am, what are metalloids? What are metalloids? Metalloids are between metals and non-metals. So some there are metals, there are non-metals. So the elements which are having 50% metal property, 50% not 50-50%, that is not defined. But yes, some of the properties of metal, some of the properties of non-metal. So we can consider it as metal. They are also comes under 118 elements. What is the difference between mass and weight of a substance? Mass is the whatever the content you are having, that will never change. Weight depends upon the gravity. If gravity change, the weight will change. That's why that's why your weight, like in normal condition, is different. But if you go inside water, if you go inside swimming pool, your weight will be different because their gravity is different. Viscosity means liquid thickness. Liquid thickness. Viscosity means liquid thickness. As you have seen, not all liquids are at the same liquidy level, right? If you see honey is thickened, water is very diluted. So there are different liquids. Milk is somewhere between the honey and the liquid. It is not as watery as the water, and not as thick as the honey. So every liquid have different tendency, and this tendency we are viscosity. Okay. So viscosity means basically viscosity has a much more meaning about this. The layers have friction between them and all those things. But I told you in a very simple way, which is only required for chemistry. Ma'am, when will the summer camp start? I don't know when will summer camp start. Is it offline, online? I don't know. But yes, it is start after these classes, I think from 27th. Ma'am, why liquids can be like all the three state of matter, solid, liquid, gas? I didn't understood the question. Ma'am, why liquid can be like all the three state of matter? I didn't understood the question. Sorry. How do we enroll in summer camp? Please get in touch with your school management. Get in touch with your teachers, your principal, to whoever you are talking with. So yes, summer camp is most likely to be offline only, but I don't know. Ma'am, how our atoms are formed in diamonds and now earth diamonds are so hard? Atoms are everywhere. Basically, diamond is hard because of its structure. Atoms are arranged in a manner. Carbon atoms are arranged in a manner that they got very hard in nature. So, diamond hardness depends upon the structure of atom arranged. Atom are arranged in a manner that they become very hard. But how atoms are formed means the diamond is made up of something, and what is that element a diamond is made up of? Diamond is made up of carbon atoms. So if anything is forming around us, it is made up of atoms only. So diamond is made up of pure carbon atoms. Okay, and with the millions of years, what happened at a high temperature and pressure, that carbon has taken a shape, has taken a structure which is named as diamond. Because of the structure only, they can reflect light and can glow and can spark. Ma'am, actually I joined now as I have network issue. Can you tell me what did you explain till now? We are just talking today. I'm just taking doubts today. Okay, nothing new we have started today. Water can be like liquid ice and it can be gas. Yes, water can be converted into, water is liquid and it can be converted into solid as well as gas. Why? Why? Because it has tendency to make its particle very close and very far. That's why. Pavan, what worksheet you are talking about? Not we in class. We can not only work. It is not possible to do only worksheets, right? So we have to cover syllabus also. Interconversion of matter. Interconversion of matter means converting matter from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and gas to liquid like this. This is interconversion. Like interconversion is state. Which branch do you teach? I teach in Sikandrabad zone. Graphite again, graphite because of the different structure have different property. So structure also, like see, diamond and graphite both are made up of carbon, but because of their different structure, different arrangement of carbon atom, they are having a different property. So not only elements, even if their arrangement is different, even if their arrangement are different, their properties will be different. Okay, Sanvita, what you want me to explain again? Yes, ice cube have mass. Haven't you seen when you go to the market you can buy ice cube like 1 kg pack of ice cube, 2 kg pack of ice cube. So obviously ice cube have mass. What about transport for summer camp? Please again, let me tell you, I don't know about these management things. Management things will can be clarified by the school management only. Ma'am, can gases be used to produce electricity? Arey. Is there any other than H2O which can be in all three forms of matter? So many examples are there. Yes, it also contains cells. If we cannot able to do online exam, why you will not able to do online exam by? Ma'am, fire is a chemical reaction, not matter, right? Array, how fire is occurring? Fire is occurring by the chemical reaction. Now, when the fire is occurring, it contains atom, it having the different things inside it. Ma'am, chemical classification of matter is pure substance and mixture, right? Yes, correct. Ma'am, your voice is breaking. I don't think so. Ma'am, please reply my question. Ma'am, how gas can produce force? I just told you, Tejaswant, I already covered this doubt. Ma'am, if we keep a bottle with full water in deep refrigerator without any gap, why does it blast? See, now when you are asking these things, basically, there is not that much as see. There is not too much expansion of solid liquid to solid. There is not too much expansion when you are going from liquid to solid ice, but yes, ice have that type of structure in which ice had to create a space between it. When liquid water is converting into ice water, they will gain a structure. Actually, the structure of ice is something like it is having a really so much space between them, so much hollow space between them. Because of this hollow space, to occupy this hollow space, that's why solid ice being a solid can float on liquid because of these hollow spaces. The structure, basically the structure of ice is something in a way that it has a gaps between them, hollow space between them. So to gain this structure, sometimes little bit of ice expand, not too much. Thank you, Nitesh. Samyukta, periodic table, I don't know. Yes, little bit of periodic table you will study. Ma'am, there are only 9 characteristics. Whose 9 characteristics you are talking about? Thank you, Vasavika. Okay, so let me tell you what we are having. Ma'am, when will we do second topic? Monday. When we will do second topic? Monday. Today is weekend mode. Ma'am, once again, can you explain interparticle force? Interparticle force means the forces, attraction between two different atoms two different particles. Two different particles having attraction is interparticle attraction of or interparticle forces. Ma'am, do we have to bring any books to summer camp, or they will provide us? Everything will be informed to you at correct time, so don't be restless. Ma'am, in new Vasant क्या Vasantalipuram branch, which faculties will come? Arey, I don't know about the faculties. There are so many faculties in the entire resonance schools and colleges, and honestly, I don't know each and every one. There are so many faculties with the entire resonance, and it is impossible to know each and everyone and who is going where. It is not possible to know. And whoever faculties you will have, they will obviously be highly qualified and best faculties for you. Hi Adrit, diffusion means self-intermixing. Darshit, expansion, just now I told you Darshit, thermal expansion, I already told today's class so many times. Ma'am, which branch are you from? Secunderabad. Oh, nice, Pathancheru branch. Yes, thermal expansion occurs everywhere. Solid, liquid, gas, everywhere. Do we have Lewis dot structure in 9th grade? Harshit. Can you give one example of sublimation? Sublimation means camphor, naphthalene balls. So many examples are there. Camphor you have seen, sometimes we use in puja. Camphor, kapoor, we call it as, or naphthalene balls. Sometimes there in the market there are present naphthalene balls used in washrooms, and sometimes they are also used in to put your winter clothes and silk sarees. To preserve them, we use the naphthalene balls. So they all are the example of sublimation. They convert directly from solid to gases. Ma'am, what is evidence that the particles move? There are so many evidence that particles are moving. As I told you in the last class, if you put a one drop of ink in a glass of water and don't touch it, still entire water after some time will convert it with the ink color. Why? Because particles can move themselves. Because particle can move themselves. Ma'am, your screen is blur. No, not that much, but okay, maybe little bit. Do you have another class today, ma'am? I think I don't have another class today, right now. So I am also going on weekend mode. Ma'am, our 30 elements are okay for 9th class. Oh, you don't have to worry about elements right now. So whenever your teacher will ask you, then we will study about the elements, okay? Yes, let's have a break now. So today we had a really great chit chat. No, I don't teach in schools, Lasya. I'm very sorry. I teach in colleges. But I am really very happy to teach you all. It is really great in teaching so much excited and responsive students. Tejaswant, what happened? I'm not looking good to you. You are saying, ma'am, class is over, class is over. Okay, thank you so much, Usafika. Thank you. Yes, I know Arush, class is over. Only 1 minute is exceeded, huh? And you are that much restless. Ma'am, which branch are you from? I am from Karkhana branch, junior college. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Okay, so this much is enough for you today. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy weekend, everyone. Enjoy the most of it. Okay, okay, bye.
Good morning, students. We're back with our lectures in mathematics for KEC 26-27. Before we start with today's lecture, I'll just remind you where we stopped yesterday. We stopped yesterday after doing algebraic identities to the square identities and the cube identity in two variables. After that, we've come here. We've done one example earlier, and this was the second example. We stopped in middle of this. We'll continue from here. Okay. All right. So to start off with, before we solve this example, I'll just give you an overview of one of the key identities we need to use in this example. So whenever we see a plus b into a minus b, we'll write it as a square minus b square, right? Am I not audible? Can anyone tell me in the chat if I'm audible or not? Alright. So whenever we see a plus b into a minus b, we'll just write it as a square minus b square. Now we have a plus b and a minus b, which means we can write it as a square minus b square. So x plus 1 by x into x minus 1 by x will be a square minus b square. So x square minus 1 by x square. Okay. Now again, it has an x square plus 1 by x square. So x square minus 1 by x square into x square plus 1 by x square. This is again of the form a plus b into a minus b, right? Since this is again in the form of a plus b into a minus b, that will again be a square minus b square. So that will be x square whole square minus 1 by x square whole square. So that will be x square whole square is x square into x square, which is x power 4. 1 by x square whole square is 1 by x square into 1 by x square. So that will be 1 by x power 4. Now again, x power 4 minus 1 by x power 4 into, we have a x power 4 plus 1 by x power 4. So it will be x power 4 minus 1 by x power 4 into 1 x power 4 plus 1 by x power 4. So that will be x power 4 whole square minus 1 by x power 4 whole square. X power 4 whole square is x power 4 into x power 4. So this will be x power 8, 1 by x power 4 into 1 by x power 4. So that will be 1 by x power 8. Okay. So this is how we simplify the first part of this question. You can kindly note this down. Alright. Now, again, for the second part as well, we will solve it with the same identity. A plus b into a minus b shall be a square minus b square. Alright. This is again the same identity we'll use. We have 2x plus y into 2x minus y. 2x plus y into 2x minus y. So this is of the form a plus b into a minus b. So it will be a square minus b square, which is 2x whole square minus y square. And 2x whole square will be 2x into 2x, which is 4 into x square minus y square. Now, 4x square minus y square into 4x square plus y square. This is again of the form a plus b into a minus b, right? Again it will be a square minus b square, which is 4x square whole square minus y square whole square. And 4x square whole square will be 4x square into 4x square. So that will be 16x power 4 minus y square whole square shall be y power 4. So this is how we solve the second part of this question. I hope it's done. Alright, we'll move to the next example. So this example explicitly states us to simplify this expression. Now how do we simplify this expression? This is of the form a plus b plus c whole square, right? Now this is of the form a plus b plus c whole square. So that will be a square. Okay, I will just give you a recap of that identity. A plus b plus c whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca, right? Now in place of a I'll take x, and in place of b I'll take y, in place of c I'll take minus 2z. Now so a square will become x square, b square will become y square, c square will become minus 2z whole square, 2ab shall be 2 into x into y, 2bc shall be 2 into y into minus 2z plus 2ca shall be 2 into minus 2z into x. So this will be x square plus y square minus 2z whole square will be minus 2z into minus 2z, which will be 4z square. Plus 2xy will stay as it is. 2y into minus 2z. So it will be minus 4yz. 2 into minus 2z into x. So minus 4zx. Now from this, if we are supposed to subtract this, x square minus x square will get cancelled, y square and minus y square will get cancelled, 4z square and minus 3z square will get cancelled and will be left with 1z square. 2xy plus 4xy will be 6xy minus 4yz minus 4zx. So the final answer shall be z square plus 6xy minus 4yz minus 4zx. Okay? Aditya, we just used a plus b plus c whole square formula, the identity that we discussed yesterday. What did I cancel at the Tanvi? I would like you to elaborate on the doubt. Which part that I cancelled are you talking about? Okay, they said from this we have to operate all of this, right? Minus x square, minus y square and minus 3z square. Okay. So with this we'll close these examples. Yesterday we have done till this point, right? Yesterday we have done till this point. Today we'll do the further identities. Okay. Amma, just wait. I'll finish off this and then we'll discuss doubts. Okay. Now we'll take a minus b whole cube. How can we derive a minus b whole cube? It will come from a minus b into a minus b whole square. So that will be a minus b. Now a minus b whole square, I think yesterday we've all learnt it. A square plus b square minus 2ab. Now to simplify, a into a square is a cube, a into b square is plus ab square, a into minus 2ab is minus 2a square b, right? Now minus, I'll write a minus here, b into a square b, b into b square, b cube, b into minus 2ab shall be minus 2ab square. Now this minus will be distributed to each of the terms. So it will be a cube plus ab square minus 2a square b minus a square b minus b cube plus 2ab square. Now just group the like terms together. We have a cube and then we have ab square plus 2ab square. So plus 3ab square minus 2a square b minus a square b. So minus 3a square b minus b cube. So if I also write it in this form, I'll write a cube minus b cube together. From this I'll take a 3ab in common. So plus 3ab into b minus a, which is the same as minus 3ab into a minus b. We started off with a minus b whole cube. We just wrote a minus b whole cube as a minus b into a minus b whole square. Now we expanded on a minus b whole square. A minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now in this we expanded the multiplication with using the distributive property. A into the whole thing, minus will come here. Inside the minus, b into the whole thing. Okay. Now a into the whole thing came out to be a cube plus ab square minus 2a square b. We kept the minus as it is. B into the whole thing came out to be b a square. B into b square is b cube. B into minus 2ab is minus 2ab square. From there the entire thing simplified. Just take us down. Kashvi, here it is plus 3ab into here it is plus 3ab into b minus a, right? If I need to write it as a minus b, I need to multiply a minus before, right? Which is why it is minus 3ab into a minus b. I hope it's done. Anyone who's having a problem patching up, writing it so fast, you can just take a screenshot. All right. Now the next identity, I started off with a minus b whole cube is equal to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. This identity, is it all right? Now if I take the minus 3ab to the other side and keep this as my subject, then it will be a cube minus b cube. So a minus b whole cube, I'll write it as it is, minus 3ab into a plus b. When it goes to the other side, it will become plus 3ab into a plus b. Right? If you observe, we have an a minus b common in both the terms, right? So I will take a minus b common, and when I do that, a minus b into a minus b whole square, because a minus b whole cube is there. If I take out an a minus b, it will be a minus b whole square plus a minus b is taken out, so I am left with plus 3ab. So this will be a minus b into a minus b whole square is what? A square plus b square minus 2ab plus 3ab. So minus 2ab plus 3ab plus ab. So this will boil down to a minus b times a square plus b square plus ab Is it all right? Varshit, I started off with the eighth identity. I just took this term to the other side. That's it. I started off with this identity, eighth identity. I just took this particular term to the other side. So whatever minus 3ab into a plus b is there, it will become plus 3ab into a plus b, which is this. In this, I have taken a minus b in common. If I take a minus b in common, I have a minus b whole cube. If a minus b is taken in common, it will become a minus b whole square, right? And again, a minus b is taken in common, so 3ab will be 3ab. Is it good? I hope it's done. Well, so deriving the 10th identity is your homework. This is your homework. Because 10th identity is very similar to the 9th identity. You need to take a plus b whole cube formula and derive from that. We'll derive this. A plus b whole power 4. How can we work on this? How can we work on this? A plus b whole power 4. Vasavika, yesterday's homework I've already discussed, if you remember, that 2x plus y into 2x minus y. I just discussed that in the start of the class. A plus b whole power 4 will be a plus b whole square whole square. Now a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, and this is of the form a plus b plus c whole square. A plus b plus c whole square will be a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Alright? So this will be a square whole square plus b square whole square plus 2ab whole square, 2ab, 2 into a square into b square, 2bc, 2 into b square into 2ab, 2ca, 2 into 2ab into a square. Right? Now if you observe, a square whole square is a power 4, b square whole square is b power 4, 2ab whole square is 4a square b square. Next we have 2a square b square, 2 into 2 4, a as it is, b into b square is b cube, 2 into 2 4, a into a square a cube, b as it is. Alright, I hope that's clear. And you have two like terms here, 4a square b square and 2a square b square. So based on this, Amma 10th one, Tanvi, I did not explain anything. It's your homework. So a plus b whole power 4 can be derived according to this. Yes, Vasavika. So essentially your exam is on 25th. You have an exam on 25th which consists of all of the questions are multiple choice questions with single correct answer. The exam syllabus would be given to you. Also, I would, from my side, for math, I am telling you, it will be exponents and powers, and then surds, and then polynomials. Okay? This is the exam syllabus so far. Alright? Yeah, to answer Jaideep and Tanvi, I'll explain this again. Yes, I will revise surds once I'm done with once I'm done with polynomials. Okay? And you will have your summer camp starting from April 27th. Right? So I have started off with taking a plus b whole power 4. Now a plus b whole power 4 is can be written as a plus b whole square again raised to the power 2. Right? A plus b whole square will be a square plus b square plus 2ab whole square. Now this is of the 3 terms, right? We have 3 terms. So 3 term square identity is this. In order to facilitate in that fashion, we take a as a square, b as b square, c as 2ab. So in place of a, b and c, we will put a square, b square and 2ab. The exam will be online. Okay. The summer camp will be offline at your respective school branches. I hope this information is all that you wanted. Can I erase this? I'm just erasing the entire thing, okay? A minus B whole power 4 is your homework. Similar to it can be done similar to A plus B whole power 4. This is one of the key identities in entire math. Right from grade 8 till grade 12, you'll be facing this, or you'll be encountering this a lot of times. This particular identity is of so much importance. I want you all to be attentive when I do this. Okay? So first, I want to derive A plus B plus C whole cube. I want to derive A plus B plus C whole cube. The exam will be online. The next class is math itself. Worksheet, we will do that. You'll get the information about that, how many days the summer camp is. Okay? Now, if I want to derive A plus B plus C whole cube, I first need A plus B whole cube. A plus B whole cube is what? A cube plus B cube plus 3AB into A plus B. Right? Now, to derive A plus B plus C whole cube, in place of A, I'll take small a, and in place of B, I'll take B plus C. So this will be A plus B plus C whole cube is equal to, capital A is A, so A cube, right, plus Jaideep, the summer camp is not with games and all. The summer camp is to provide to you experiential learning in terms of activities designed about certain topics in respective subjects, say in math, biology, chemistry and physics. So all of the activities are designed in such a way that you'll also have fun during the activity, as well as you'll learn something out of that. It will not just be fun, okay? Now, capital B is B plus C. So, B plus C whole cube plus 3AB. So, 3 times A is A and B is B plus C into A plus B plus C. Where are we? Okay? Now, again, this will stay as A cube itself. B plus C whole cube. Again, using this formula, B plus C whole cube is B cube plus C cube 3BC into B plus C plus 3 into A into B plus C into A plus B plus C. Okay? Now, so the equation that we have is A plus B plus C whole cube is equal to A cube plus B cube plus C cube plus, if I expand this, it will become 3BC into B plus C. Or else I can do one thing. 3bc into a plus b plus c. Amma, I just have one thing. I have b plus c. I can add an a and subtract an a, right? I can write b plus c as a plus b plus c minus a. Can I or can I not? Can I do this or can I not do this? Right? B plus c, I can add an a and I can subtract an a, right? So here I'll write a plus b plus c minus a, okay, plus 3 times a into b plus c will become ab plus ac into a plus b plus c. Okay. Why did I remove a? Because I added a. Here I added a dummy variable a and I subtracted a, which became 3bc, amma. Because that's the formula. B plus c whole cube formula is this. Komali, this is the 13th identity. If you guys can write till here, okay, we'll do one more part. After that you can write. So a plus b plus c will come out to be a cube plus b cube plus c cube plus 3bc into this thing. I can write it as 3bc into a plus b plus c minus 3bc into a. So 3abc plus 3ab plus 3ac into a plus b plus c. Okay. Next period is also math, yes. You can do it till here. You can write it down till here. If you're having any issue, take 2 minutes, try to understand this, and if you still persist to have some doubts, put it up in the chat. We'll close the derivation here and we'll go for the break. After the break, we'll continue with the next period, in which we'll do sums on algebraic identities. Minus 3abc came because of this. 3bc into minus a becomes minus 3abc, right? So minus 3abc came because of that. Alright, now I'm going to erase this part. Now if we just check, what do we need on the left hand side? A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, right? Which is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So apart from that, I'll send everything else to the other side, which will be a plus b plus c whole cube first. This will be as it is, plus 3bc plus 3ab plus 3ac into a plus b. If you observe a key fact, I have a plus b plus c here and also here. So if I can take a plus b plus c in common, it will be 3 into 3ab plus 3bc plus 3ca. And this is all on plus sign here. So if it goes to the other side, it will become minus a plus b plus c in common, 3ab plus 3bc plus 3ca. Again, if I take a plus b plus c common here, a plus b plus c if I take in common, one a plus b plus c came out. So from the cube we will be left with a square, right? From 3 I am taking one power outside. So a plus b plus c whole square will be here. A plus b plus c whole square minus all of these terms have a 3 in common. So I will take 3 in common, minus 3 into ab plus bc plus ca. I'll erase this. We'll finish this proof and we'll take a break. After the break, we'll continue with the questions of we'll continue with the worksheet of algebraic identities. Okay? So here I have taken a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to a plus b plus c is there. So a plus b plus c into a plus b plus c whole square. What is a plus b plus c whole square? A square plus b. Yeah, it is 10:20, but I'll just finish. I'll just close this and we'll take a break. Okay. A plus b plus c whole square is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 times ab plus bc plus ca minus 3 times ab plus bc plus ca. Right? Now if you observe, we have 2 times ab plus bc plus ca minus 3 times ab plus bc plus ca. So 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to a plus b plus c times a square plus b square plus c square minus of ab plus bc plus ca. Minus will be distributed to each of the things, right? So minus ab minus bc minus ca. Okay? I hope this is good. Alright, we have derived it. Just copy it down. We'll take a break here. We'll restart. We'll do this explanation again. Okay? We will do this explanation again. Yes, you don't need to worry. We'll again do this explanation. After the explanation, we will move to the questions. Okay? But in the meanwhile, before you go to the break, take it down. In 2 minutes, take it down. Take a note of this and then take a break. We'll meet again at 10:35. Okay? I see a lot of less participants. Fine. We'll start. Okay. We start. I'll do the recap of this explanation again. Once we are clear with this, we'll move to the next part, which is the questions based on algebraic identities. To start off, first of all, since I can see cubes, I have considered a plus b plus c whole cube. After I considered a plus b plus c whole cube, I expressed a plus b plus c whole cube in terms of a plus b plus c into a plus b plus c whole square. Okay? Or else, in other means, I considered a as one thing, b plus c as one other thing. So, I expanded using a plus b whole cube formula. From there, I got it till this point. Okay? In this point, now my duty was to write this on one side because the identity says so. A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is a plus b plus c whole cube minus a plus b plus c into 3ab plus 3bc plus 3ca. Okay? So a plus b plus c, if I take in common, it will become a plus b plus c whole square minus, this minus gets distributed to each of the terms. Now a plus b plus c whole square is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. All of them have a 2, right? So I took 2 in common to write it as 2 into ab plus bc plus ca minus 3 into ab plus bc plus. Yes, currently I don't have the screen, like I erased it, right? I erased it completely. Is it possible for you to once check it by yourself? And if you're still not understanding, I'll put up the explanation again. Okay? Is it fine? Okay. So anybody who's having a trouble with the proof, you can, the main important thing is the identity. You can once check the identity and based on that we'll move. Okay? If you're having a trouble with the proof, you check the identity and have it in your memory. So we will try to understand how to use it in questions. Ma, I can see all of your messages. You don't need to worry if I cannot see any message. Do not send the same message multiple times. Mensuration is not there for the exam. Okay? We will learn whatever chapters we have already learned. We will learn those chapters perfectly. That is mainly important in terms of learning. Okay? Tanveer, I can see your message. I'll try to do that. But since we have only been doing the proofs of the identities, I would like to move to the questions and then we'll come back if still there is a doubt. If you guys want to take a screenshot, you can. I'll just erase it. Now, the key idea here is, we have written a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. Right? Now, if a plus b plus c is 0, if a plus b plus c is 0, which that means this is 0, right? Yes? If this is 0, I can send the minus 3abc to the other side, it will become plus 3abc. So a cube plus b cube plus c cube will be equal to 3abc, right? A cube plus b cube plus c cube will be equal to 3abc. This is the special case. Just note this down, take a screenshot, I'll move to the next questions. questions we will not do in order. We will do based on the order of difficulty. First, easy introduction questions we will do first. Yeah. Now the question is in the form, we are supposed to find the value of 3.5 into 3.5 minus 2.5 into 2.5, right? If this is our question, to kick this off, Dhriti in the previous identity itself will just take a plus b plus c as 0, so the entire right hand side will become 0. So when the minus 3abc goes to the other side, it becomes plus 3abc, which is why the special case is in the format it is. Now, we can multiply it by how we multiply decimals, that is all right, we can get the answer from that also. But here, it's important of us to understand if we can use any algebraic identity. This is of the form 3.5 into 3.5 means 3.5 whole square minus 2.5 into 2.5 means 2.5 whole square. Right? Now this is of the form a square minus b square, which can be written as a minus b times a plus b. So a minus b times a plus b it is, which is why we can write it as a minus b. So 3.5 minus 2.5 times, is that clear? A square minus b square can be written as a minus b into a plus b. So 3.5 minus 2.5 into 3.5 plus 2.5. Now 3.5 minus 2.5 is what? It is 1. So this will be 1. 3.5 plus 2.5 will be 6. So 1 times 6 will be 6. Is that clear? I hope this question is clear. We just used a square minus b square formula. So from that this is gotten simplified. Now we'll do this question. Can you try this question for a minute? It would be better if you try this question for a minute. Now, if you look at the question, what we are given in the question is that x minus 1 by x is equal to 3. Amma, I would not appreciate you spamming my chat box because I am not able to see a lot of important questions regarding the content that's being discussed on the board. Now we have this equation x minus 1 by x is 3. We will try to cube the equation on both the sides because they're asking us answers in terms of cubes. If we try to cube this x minus 1 by x whole cube, this is of the form a minus b, right? So a minus b whole cube will be a cube plus minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube, or a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b, right? This is the formula. Now x minus 1 by x whole cube can be written as x cube minus 1 by x whole cube minus 3ab. 3ab is what? 3 times x into 1 by x times a minus b. A minus b is x minus 1 by x. Is it right? Now, x minus 1 by x value is 3. So, this will be 3 cube. 3 cube is equal to x cube. 1 by x whole cube is what? 1 by x cube. So, x cube minus 1 by x cube minus x into 1 by x will be 1, right? X into 1 by x will be 1. So, minus 3 times x minus 1 by x. Now, again x minus 1 by x value is 3. So, this will be 3 cube is 27. 27 is equal to x cube minus 1 by x cube. In place of this, we will substitute 3. So, this will be minus 9. So, x cube minus 1 by x cube will be 36. The answer is 36. The answer is given wrong here. It will be 36. Okay. Yeah, Yashwant, I can explain it again. Yes, Varshit, I'll explain this again. First of all, do you agree that x minus 1 by x is equal to 3? We agree with that, right? Dhriti, I'm not sure of the worksheet number. Once, can you check in polynomials after the concept called algebraic identities? Now, x minus 1 by x is equal to 3. X minus 1 by x is in the form a minus b. If I cube it on both the sides, x minus 1 by x whole cube will be of the form a minus b whole cube, right? It will be of the form a minus b whole cube. Now, since this is of the form a minus b whole cube, I can use the formula a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. So, if I start with that, x minus 1 by x whole cube will be x cube. A cube will be x cube, right? Minus b cube. B is what? 1 by x. So, 1 by x cube minus 3ab. 3 into x into 1 by x. 3ab will be 3 times x into 1 by x, and which is again multiplied by x minus 1 by x, right? So, this will be 3 cube. 3 cube is equal to x cube minus 1 by x cube minus 3 times x minus 1 by x. X minus 1 by x can again be written from here as 3. From there, it's all basic calculation. Is it all right? Okay, fine. Dhriti and Komali, fine if it's not there in the worksheet also. This is something that's related to our course only, right? Let's learn this. There's no problem with that, right? Note this down. Try to understand if you have any problems. If you still persist to have any doubt with this. Amma, 3 cube came because x minus 1 by x is 3. So, x minus 1 by x whole cube is 3 cube. Kritik, how I got 36 is right there on the board. Do you have any doubt with that? I'll be happy to help with that. I hope this is done. Now this question, would you like to take this as a homework or would you want me to explain it now? Based on your inputs only, I'll proceed. Pradeep, can I get back to you on Monday regarding that? Karthik, okay, I will explain. Fine. If possible, can you guys once give it a try? After you give it a try for say 2 minutes, we'll get down with the explanation. Alright, we'll start. So our equation is a plus 1 by a is equal to 7, right? A plus 1 by a is equal to 7. Now if we first of all will take a plus 1 by a is equal to 7, we will square this. If we square this, a plus 1 by a whole square is equal to 7 square, which is 49. Now a plus 1 by a whole square is what? A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a square plus 1 by a square plus 2 into a into 1 by a will be 2, and that is equal to 49. So a square plus 1 by a square will be, the 2 goes on this side, it will become minus 2. So 49 minus 2 is 47. Again we will cube it now. So a plus 1 by a whole cube is equal to 7 cube, which is 343. So a plus b whole cube, a plus b whole cube is what? A cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b, right? So a cube plus b cube is 1 by a cube, 3ab means 3 into a into 1 by a into a plus 1 by a is equal to 343. Now if you observe, a into 1 by a will get cancelled, right? A into 1 by a will get cancelled, and a plus 1 by a is nothing but 7. So in place of a plus 1 by a, if we write 7, 3 into 7 is 21. So if we send the 21 to the other side, a cube plus 1 by a cube will be 343 minus 21. 343 minus 21 will be 322. So we got a square plus 1 by a square is 47 and a cube plus 1 by a cube is 322, right? If you observe, they are asking us a power 5 plus 1 by a power 5. So my idea is to multiply a square plus 1 by a square and a power 5 plus 1 by a power 5. If we multiply that, a power 5 a square plus 1 by a square into a cube plus 1 by a cube will be 47 into 322. Now a square into a cube. A square into a cube will be what? A power 5. A square into 1 by a cube. A square by a cube. A square a cube gets cancelled. So we'll be left with 1 by a. 1 by a square into a cube. Aryan, I think A, option A might be right. Yes. 1 by a square into a cube will be a plus 1 by a square into 1 by a cube will be 1 by a power 5. So that will be 47 times 322. What is the value of 47 into 322? What will be the value of 47 into 322? 15134. So this will be 15134. Now again, since a plus 1 by a is 7, we will get the value of a power 5 plus 1 by a power 5 if we send the 7 to the other side. So a power 5 plus 1 by a power 5 is 15134 minus 7. So that will be 15127. Option A. Quickly note this down. If you note this down, we will move to the next problem. Nothing. In the last step, what we have done is we multiplied a square plus 1 by a square and a cube plus 1 by a cube. A square plus 1 by a square and a cube plus 1 by a cube, right? So a square into a cube will be a power 5. A square into 1 by a cube will be 1 by a, right? 1 by a square into a cube will be a, because a cube by a square. A power m by a power n is a power m minus n. So a cube by a square will be a power 3 minus 2, which is a. 1 by a square into 1 by a cube is 1 by a power 5. Okay? So this way, we will have a power 5 plus 1 by a power 5 plus a plus 1 by a. So this was the final answer. I hope this was clear. Alright? Okay. What is that? Now, if you remember, we have an identity a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. Check from the notes that you made, we have this identity. Now, in place of a, we will take 7.3. In place of b, let's just take 4.7. In place of a, we will take 7.3. In place of b, we will take 4.7. Then it will be 7.3 whole cube minus 4.7 whole cube is equal to 7.3 minus 4.7 times 7.3 square plus 4.7 square plus 7.3 into 4.7. right? We just substituted 7.3 in place of A, 4.7 in place of B. Now 7.3 whole cube minus 4.7 whole cube divided by, if we bring the entire thing to the left hand side, here it is in multiplication. So if it comes to the left hand side, it will be in division, which is 7.3 square plus 7.3 into 4.7 plus 4.7 square. We'll be left with 7.3 minus 4.7, 7 minus 4, 3, minus 0.7 minus 0.3 is 0.4, 3 minus 0.4 is 2.6. So the key is C. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Is it clear? We just took one of our identities, a cube minus b cube, and we use that identity a cube minus b cube to write a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. Now in place of a, since they gave it in the form 7.3 cube minus 4.7 cube, in place of a we have taken 7.3 and in place of b we have taken 4.7. Okay, so we have substituted those values and we got this equation. Here if we send this whole part to the left hand side, it is in multiplication in the right hand side. So when it comes to the left hand side, it will go in division. So whatever value they are asking us about has just become simplified to 7.3 minus 4.7, whose value is 2.6. Tanvir, we got 7.3 minus 4.7 because it is here. If this goes here, we'll be left with this part, right? Is it clear? The LHS is what they asked. LHS is what they gave us in the question. So which is why LHS is equal to 7.3 minus 4.7. Okay? Alright. This is your homework. Okay? This question is homework for you. So totally you have 3 homeworks. One thing is to derive this identity a cube plus b cube, to derive a minus b whole power 4, and this question. Now this question, I'll just give you a hint. In this question, you need to use this identity a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. I'll just only give you this hint. Apart with this part, we can directly solve this. So Uh, yeah. All right. This is it for today. Today, what have we done? We have revised the algebraic identities. We have done some new identities as well. Now, after that, we've just come to the questions. We have come to the questions involving algebraic identities. In each question, we try to understand which identity is to be used and why that identity is to be used. Like looking at the question, we try to understand the logic behind reverse engineering to the identity from the question. All right. This is your homework. So yeah, there is an exam. Like I told, there is an exam on 25th April. Exam is a multiple choice question exam with single correct options. The syllabus for the exam is exponents and powers, surds, and polynomials. Okay. Next week also next week one day we will completely dedicate to surds and rationalization. We'll try to give it a recap, and after that we'll once again give a small recap to exponents and powers, and one day we will revise polynomials. One day we will specifically take doubts. With that we will close before the exam. Alright, everybody take a screenshot of this. I'll once go back to the last slide. People who did not know it will note this. Yes, all of this algebraic identities also comes under polynomials only. Okay. Please take a screenshot of this. I'll just go back to the last slide because a lot of people are asking me that they did not write it down. Right. All right, you can write it from here. I'll close it today. I'll close with this for today. So in the next class, like I said, we'll revise surds and then we'll recap exponents and powers. And in one class, we'll recap the polynomials. After that, we'll take a doubts on one day completely. On 25th, you'll go for your exam. All right. Thank you, students.